I'm basically done. Okay. I am here. No, actually, quark and cereal. So, yeah, I have no idea. But I guess like a bit more protein. That's the idea behind the quark thing. Yeah. So, hello everybody. And hello Malik, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here already. I don't need to start alone. As you might notice, I have a new chair. Well, technically it's not my chair. I can only use it today, sadly. But yeah, it's the new chair of Zeg. Because as you might have sort of like seen in the last stream, like, or actually no, that wasn't in the last stream. That was when I was playing like League with Fluffy, yeah. But yeah, like Zeg literally broke his chair. Like not only like actually like breaking the chair, because that would require strength, right? But like the seating cover, it was one of those like IKEA chairs which just has like a very tightly sort of like a, so it's not like an actual like, I don't know, like pillow you sit on, but it's more like a like one layer of fabric which is like really tightly wrapped around the like metal frame, and then you sort of like sit on this, and yeah, it ripped. So but we actually got our money back. It was so insane. Like we this chair had like 3 years of like warranty from IKEA, and we were like, let me actually check, 1 week before the warranty would have like been done. So yesterday, like sort of like right when it happened, or like the day after, I think, we went to IKEA and we were able to get the entire money back. Really cool. And then Zach bought yeah, a new chair for him. And this is the one. And I really like it. Really jealous. I'm gonna steal that chair whenever I can. Hi Pyro, welcome. You don't want to be at work? How long do you still have to go, White Milk? Are you like right now having like your like a break or something? My phone is like nearly dying, but I don't think I have any like cable here. You had an oral exam French today. It went awful. Oh no. How awful are we talking, Pyro? Like, are you gonna like pass? Is there something like passing in the like level in your school you're in right now? Or can you actually like get the worst grade and then like it's only the overall grade which counts? So like in essence, how bad is it? How bad are the consequences if it's bad? There's a chance, but I'm looking at like 8 out of 15 at best or so. Well, 8 out of 15, still decent now. Like maybe not like for your standards, right? But it's like not a grade which is sort of like denying you future options, I think. So, but yeah, let's hope it's more like at best. and doesn't pass the there's still like if you have the 15-point system, it's the same system as in Germany, I think. But let me check that with you real quick, because in Germany we had like a rule that if you get like 5 points is the minimum grade to like technically like pass, and anything below 5 points is a grade where like if you get it on your like overall grade, or like if you get it on like a specific amount of tests, then it's actually sort of like bad, because it's technically a failing grade. But is that the same in Belgium or no? Oh, sorry, I just left my glasses somewhere. But the seat is too comfy, I'm not gonna get up. I don't even understand my own point system. Okay, well, anyways then. Okay, but at least, like, let's just hope for the best. But it doesn't seem like there is, like, too harsh of a consequence, I guess. Well, I'm really, like, I'm only sitting in this chair for, like, 10 minutes now, but it's really, like, it's a lounging chair. I'm, like, you can sit, like, so not straight in this chair. And the coolest thing is, it has space for you to, like, to do this, because the things here are like not as far to the front, and it's rolling really well, which is also really cool. Yeah, I'm obsessed. It has fancy new shine. Welcome back, White Milk. I wanted to ask actually if you have a break right now, White Milk, or like how I just like watching while working. And why is work like so like especially bad today? Was there anything like specific happening, or is it just shit day? The most annoying part of today is that I didn't get to say how much today, only in the morning before she had to go to her exam. Normally every time after the exam we just sit together until we gotta leave. Aw. But today there was no like time, classes didn't like line up or something? Ah. Because exams, yeah, they take longer. Oh, I mean, if you like had to catch your bus, then you're already at home, right? Like you're already done with school and stuff. Like maybe you can see each other after school? No? Is there no time for that today? But yeah, at the beginning of a new relationship, being apart is hard. Okay, you just got on your bus. Well, I mean, still later, right? Like you could meet up again, or no? Hmm. Oh, that's always annoying. I like so when my family moved, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but essentially, like when I was living back in Germany with my mum, it's at some point she moved towns, and I had to also move my school. So I was like for half a year. So I switched within the year, and then I had half a year left in that other school, and I hated that other school. To be fair though, I just honestly hated everything about it. Not only the other school, but I just hated the whole situation because I didn't want to like leave my friends, right? So I was definitely not trying to enjoy that other school. Like, I think I honestly could have been like very fine. Like, my grades were actually the best at that other school. But I just looked for any reason to hate it, genuinely. Um, and then after that, like half year, I went back to my normal school, which meant that I had to take a bus, which was very, like multiple buses. But the connection I was taking was very rare. Oh, some fireworks outside. Um, but it was like there was like three, I think, on the entire day. So I had like one in the morning, but it was literally it was like too early. It arrived too early, like half an hour early or something even. And it started like I had to actually catch the bus at like 6 o'clock. So I had to get up before six. Um, and then I was in that bus for like 1 hour and a half or something. Then I arrived at the school. I had to wait. Then school was happening, and then I had like one bus at like normal school end, and then one after like 4 extra hours of school. So like the like the most essentially. But with the last one, it was so shitty because it was actually like it wasn't like perfectly fitting that end of school. So the teachers, like I always had to beg for the teachers to let me out like 10 minutes earlier because it wasn't even like going to school, but it was only halting at university. So I had to like run from school to university and catch that bus. And it was literally leaving like 2 minutes after I could leave class, like usually. So, and this was like I don't know, like 2 kilometers or something away where the bus was leaving. So I had to like always get out earlier and otherwise I wouldn't make it. And I still had to run. And sometimes I still didn't make it because it was like coming a little bit too early and stuff like this. Um, so with only having these two buses, it was really, really shit. And essentially at the point I was like together with Zach because he was living like in that town, like sort of close by. I don't know, like every time I missed the bus, I just stayed at his place. They were like, so I was low-key moving in with them at some point. But yeah, that was sort of like how I handled that whole thing because I don't know, it's really, really shitty. But what I also know now is that, but sadly we didn't really know that back then. But now that my sister's actually also going to a school which is a bit further away, my mum found out that there's actually sort of like an official meeting from the city to plan the school buses for next year, where you can like attend or like request something or some shit or something like this. So now she's like always trying to like get them like good school buses and stuff like this and sort of like active on that. Um, so I don't know, like if that's something in your city, like your city might have that as well, might be worth looking into sort of like begging your parents to get into that and make known the opinion that the school buses are shit and when they would need to be good. But yeah. But it takes a lot. Like, how long is your bus, by the way, Pyro? Drinking? Yes. You too, white milk. And everybody else, stay hydrated. Just the day has been exhausting. I see. Do you have like, you say like you don't know why. Has there been like, I don't know, has it maybe not been anything on this day, but like in the past days? Because sometimes like exhaustion levels like really like just carry on from like the day before. I mean, but at the same time, for you, it's like probably hard to tell if it's coming from sleep or something else, no? Because of the insomnia. No! Of course, in the moment, I literally talk to White Milk. Yeah, he gets stream lags. Sad. Like half an hour? And there's only like, and the, all the, like, the bus schedules are so shit and you only have one bus. Why though? Like, so it's not even that far away. What the hell? Like, there was a reason, at least for my bus to be like rare, because it was like 1.5 hours away. But like, what the hell? You're back? Nice. Um, what was I saying? So first of all, hydrate. And then the second thing I was saying is if your exhaustion levels have maybe carried on from yesterday. But then I also was like, probably it's hard for you to tell if it's coming from like insomnia or just other things, right? Or at least that's what I could imagine. Hmm. Do you know of anybody in your school, Pyro, who's actually like, do other people hate it as well? Probably, right? Because sometimes, or essentially in my school, there was always this one person being like coming from sort of like a bureaucracy family, seeing something like this, being really pissed off, and then actually like collecting signatures or like writing them like an angry email or something like this, or like somehow being in the talk about this. If you have one of those people at your school, it would be maybe worth a try actually to get into it and, you know, like try to help them, to support them, like sign, tell other people about it, copy their email, write it to, stuff like this. Because like shit like this actually works. Like on normal city level, like literally like voicing your concerns works. More times than not. I literally had like, I once, while in university, I wrote one email, and because of my email, because I wrote it like, I'm gonna be honest, like I wasn't chill about any of this. I wrote it to the government. I didn't text my university or anything. I wrote it to the government. And then my university had to change stuff because they were essentially going against the law. And then my university sent out like a really angry email being sort of like, I don't know which bitch like was telling on us, but like you wouldn't have needed to like talk to us next time. Where it was like, bro, like we literally like, you know, we're not happy about this. Like, don't try to be like, oh, like you could have just talked to us. Like normally when we talk to you, like nothing happens. You just say like, suck it up, whatever. So that was actually really funny because it was literally one email and they got an angry letter from the government, which, and then had to replan their whole like exam schedule. So, I don't know. I'm just saying, like sometimes these angry letters work. And like cities especially, like I don't know. I think it might actually be worth just finding out that email and then telling everybody of your friends who's like pissed about these buses to send an email. It doesn't need to be a long email. It doesn't need to be a polite email. It doesn't even need to be like a really like formal email or anything. But if they get like, I don't know, like 20 emails from like just students being like, what the fuck is this bus system? It's so freaking bad. I had like this, and this time where I literally just didn't get home. Or where I had to like leave the class early or something and didn't get the education I need, then like things change. But there needs to be complaints. Like they like in our system, the inherent flaw of our system is that we don't seek out information about like if like measures work or not really well. Like especially like politicians, they like do something, they're happy with it, and they don't really want to even seek out other opinions about this because they don't want to put more effort in or change anything else about it. So we need complaints. Like complaints are a very, very important factor of our system. So complain to them. Like let them know that you're unhappy with this. Really do. Like You might actually just like, even with one email, you might just change it, you know? Like, if it's a good email. But yeah, you can also just rely on Mars, like tell your friends, and then like 20 shitty emails will do too. Hmm. The white milk guy, actually, I read in a Discord about your ADHD medication. You sort of just like stopped when you were 6 or something. What was like, how did that work? Like, I don't really understand how they were like, you don't need that medication anymore. Because that's not really something like how I sort of like understand ADHD. Because like you either have it or you don't. Like and especially with a kid which is like 6. And now like the only thing I understand why you would get off of medication is if the side effects are not worth it. But yeah, really confused when you like how you explained that. Hi pandas, welcome. How you doing, pandas? Honestly, all they gotta do is let the bus come 5 minutes late on half days. But for me, it doesn't matter as I walk quick enough. Well, I mean, still, just make that complaint. You know? You can literally also just be like, like buses so far like okay-ish, but like this one, please 5 minutes later. There's like so many people who literally don't get it or like have to run for it. And you can also just like, I don't know, you can also just wish for actually like, can you make another bus after school, which is just like 1 or 2 hours later for when you still want to like stay a bit with your friends after school and then like go home a little bit later. Like, you know, like they can only do whatever they know of. So it's not really like, you don't even need to be like angry. Like I just like assumed you were angry with this, but like you don't need to write an angry letter. Like you can also just be like, hey, I really would like an extra bus if that's okay. And I don't know, like usually like it's honestly it's something where like even I notice like sort of as like a streamer and like I do realize I'm a small streamer and stuff, but even in the moments where I was like bigger, getting feedback on what is good and what is not is actually really hard. Like I had and was using sort of actively like a Google sheet where people could like essentially just like leave their opinions. And not only leave their opinions, but like wish for something, like ask me to like make a special format, stuff like this. The amount of feedback I got from that was single digits. It's like really, really hard to get proper feedback on what people want and what people don't want. I mean, maybe they don't want to save. Maybe they just feel like, oh, this seems like a better system, you know? But yeah, like they need feedback. Like without feedback, nobody's able to make like a really good system. Everybody's just like you just essentially you assume a bunch of stuff about other people and then you just guess in the blue and hope it's right. Like that's as far as they can go. But if you give them opinion, like any opinion at all, it's always going to be helpful for them. That's why I'm saying it literally like it doesn't even matter if it's like polite or not. Like it's always gonna help them. I had terrible ADHD. I do now. What? I had terrible ADHD? I do now. Okay. But I can't control. I do now, but I can't. Okay. Anyways, but I can control it one day. That was called and said that we should come over. And when we came there, he started talking to me, asking all kind of questions, and then said to my dad, "We think I shouldn't use them anymore." I think he said the reason, but my dad doesn't remember anymore. Ah. I had the ADHD speed attacks, whatever, since everything goes so fast and I have to start doing everything fast and move. They were way more bad when I was younger. Well, I mean, you know, like ADHD can actually like make you sleep worse. Like that's a thing, right? It's fine, white milk. I sort of like try to understand, at least. But I mean, you can still get back on medication. I feel like you should talk to a doctor. Like this could have something to do with your insomnia. For sure. I'm not sure I don't sleep. Huh? I don't know how this relates directly to what was that the answer? Have I told you yet? There's been decided a date, my first one ever. No, you haven't. Okay. What type of date is it gonna be? Yeah, I'll go there soon. I'm so glad. Honestly, like, I'm really glad. Like you at the beginning, I forget always, write it down. Write it down. Like honestly, that's I don't know how sorry, I need to get a little bit higher. I'm not sure how you sort of like learned about ADHD, but if you have ADHD with the meds, of course, it's like gonna be like way better and stuff like this. But a thing which every person needs to be doing, and is, for example, especially a thing you do if you're autistic, but definitely I can also recommend it to people who have ADHD, is really adjust to what you can do good and what you can't do good. Like if you know of yourself that you always forget shit and you literally just can't remember, make a system where you don't need to remember and where you can forget shit but still be successful. Like, I don't know, like I literally like make reminders of my phone for like everything because I know I'm like always late. So I have multiple reminders to actually go, and I always have extra time I plan in. So I am always overestimating on anything, but that makes me like be on time. And it's something which is just, I don't know, like trying to just be on time for me would essentially mean getting a better perception of time, which is something it's like that's hard to build, you know what I mean? So having this system is just like it's making me succeed, and it's accepting the yeah how my mind works and stuff like this. And I can only recommend that. Like, don't try to just be better at like reminding. Like, I think we should always like try and train it sometimes, but on things where it's just like you want to succeed, have a safe system where you know like this will work, you know? Oh, sorry, I didn't really ask, did your sleep get worse? I said your sleep could get worse from ADHD because ADHD is connected to that. So I I know you don't really sleep, like you wouldn't know, you know, like there's no you can't really. But I'm just saying like there is a good chance that ADHD meds could improve your sleep. I can't check them in exams with the notes. Yeah. Well, that's why ADHD and autism are things where you, at some points, you just get help from the system because you don't fit into the system really well. But yeah, like in exams, if there is like, it's one of those situations where, yeah, you do need to like train to remember like all of the things and like know all of the things. But you don't need to have an exam if you go to a doctor. You just write it on paper and use that. And later on in university, you will also be able to take papers into your exams. So just do whatever you can while you can, you know? Like if you, I mean, it's your decision, but if you want to succeed on something, make sure that you do. Because it's just, I don't know, it's not really a good argument, right? To be like, well, there's other topics where I can't succeed with this strategy and that's why I shouldn't do it. Like it's still like it's so you don't want to succeed like anywhere, but like you like are we going to put away a good strategy just because it doesn't work in every context because of society? Hmm. I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, I'm not telling him to cheat, by the way. Just get the grades you deserve, that's it. Oh, I don't agree with that statement, because that statement implies that he doesn't deserve better grades, while having troubles remembering and being all over the place is just a symptom of ADHD. It's not really representing, like, it's the way our tests are made, that they represent more skill sets than they sort of like should be grading. Like if we have a math test, the math test is not only testing us on math, but it's testing us on math in the circumstance of that math test. So, but we're still talking about the doctor. If you go to the doctor appointment, write down what you want help with. She has to go to a museum, so she invited me along, and after the museum visit, we're just gonna spend some more time together in the area. Oh, nice. 90% certain the first kiss will fall that day. Just, I think, I don't know, just let it. I feel like dates like these are best if you're not overflown by expectations. Just let the day come, enjoy it, and if there's a moment where you feel like, okay, this is perfect, then of course. But it can, like, expectations can also put a lot of pressure on situations. So just be aware that you don't, I don't know, because of the pressure, sort of like not be able to enjoy it. And make sure you have consent. Consent is sexy, okay? So make sure you have it. Grades don't represent what you deserve. It represents how much you have understanding of that particular subject. I also don't agree. As I said, it's like, it's not testing math. It's testing math in specific circumstances. So, yeah. I'm going, I just have to contact, and I don't know, it can take some months to get a place. Definitely just write it down and get that ADHD checked with the doctor again. And make sure you don't forget about that any way possible. And I mean, once you have that ADHD checked and you get those ADHD medications, you probably should be better, like have an easier time also performing in tests. So I really don't know why we got to tests, actually. This didn't matter to the subject at all. But anyways. Yeah. Are you excited, Pyro? See ya, White Milk. See ya. Oh. But Struda, how are you doing? That's a protein shake. Coffee, yeah. So that's that. It's like back in the days, I really liked it, and now I just, it's like, okay, I guess. But we actually ordered new protein from this really, really nice brand actually. It was expensive, don't get me wrong. Um, we're spending a lot of money in the last past months. I don't know, like coming up to Christmas, I feel like we're getting more generous with our expenses. It's like not at like any type of like concerning point or anything. Like, don't get me wrong, like don't be worried about us. But it's just at a point where I'm like the entire year we've been like so I don't know, we like didn't spend money on anything really. And now Christmas is coming up and we're like, okay, actually let's get a 3D printer. Actually, let's like get this like AMS system. Oh, let's get a dry box for this one too. Oh, let's actually get like the resin dies I make. Let's get like a new pressure pot. Actually, let's get like good protein stuff like this. So it's really like there's some things coming together here. And Zach doesn't get like his like Christmas bonus this time, sadly, because the company hasn't been doing good. Yeah. Just finished your internship. What type of internship was it? And nice. Did the internship sort of like show you that you like really like this and you're like in the right studies and like this could be a job like you want to do? Or was it more like, okay, so my job here is shit, but that other job I see, actually, that's the job I want. Do you feel worth it spending on that same chocolate flavor protein shake, but just expensive? Well, like, I don't know, I've never done that, so I can't actually say if that would be worth it. Like, I feel like the difference between the cheap protein shake and the expensive one should be, if it's a good expensive one and not just expensive for nothing, right? But if it's like a high quality one and that's why it's expensive, it should be like way better, like solvable in any type of liquid, like water or milk, and it should taste better because like cheap protein shake tastes really shit. Like a lot of the times it's way too sweet because there's so much fucking sweetener in it, because they just feel like, oh no, like fitness people don't eat any sweets, and that's why we need to give them like triple the amount of sweetener than normal people, even though they're not like used to sweet stuff at all. I really don't get that thinking, but anyways, and then usually just the flavor is like also not really like chocolate, right? But it's just, I don't know, very, very artificial flavor in cheap ones. And I don't know, just because I'm like really sensitive to sort of like taste and stuff like this, and I don't really have like I don't really feel like hungry or anything, so I need like appetite to eat anything or stuff like this. I can literally get the feeling that I have to throw up if I taste something bad. And I'm saying bad with, this is not super, super bad, right? I'm sensitive. So if I have like a protein shake which doesn't taste like, this is the first protein shake, let's just put it like this. This is the first protein shake flavor where I was able to drink it every day without having to throw up at some point. That's all I'm saying. And I tried a lot. We got testers from a lot of different brands for a lot of different tastes. This is the first time, like, one I didn't have to throw up after like using it every day. But even this one is like still, it's like sort of getting to the point where I have to throw up. So it's not, I don't really like it. But what we now ordered from is, and that's a really cool protein brand actually. For better or for worse, they do not have regular tastes. Their protein is, let me check. They're just like, they're called like 𝔹𝕃, the brand we ordered from. They're more expensive than this one. This would be the ESN caramel protein shake, whatever. Yeah, now we ordered 𝔹𝕃 one, and this one is it's made in Germany. And do I find more information here again? I don't know, it just has like really nice flavors. Like we had it once we had two different tastes once at the beginning when we got into it, and it has really nice flavors, and it's really like easy mixable. The flavors are, for example, oh, how do you even say that? So like iced coffee, of course, peanut butter. Do you know what milk rice is? Is that a thing? Milk rice, cinnamon, orange maracuja, pistachio, chocolate banana, summer fruits, speculoos, speculatius, Christmas spice cookies from Europe, vanilla ice cream, apple dessert thing from Germany, Apfelstrudel, butter cookie, buttermilk lemon drop, cocos and cream, cinnamon buns, I think, hazelnut, salty caramel, white chocolate, coconuts. How do you say that one? What the fuck? Peach, Jesus Christ, peach yogurt and stuff like this. At some point, they had really, really funny tastes. I don't see that anymore. Sadly. I don't see that anymore. At some point, they literally had tastes like, they had like a lot of tastes actually. I know that's not really the good way. Because suppressing emotions. Which were like, well, I haven't seen my parents in 7 years. Is where the hell is sound coming from? They had tastes like unicorn, rainbow unicorn. That I think one like back in the day they had something like a taste which was like called MILF. They also had a taste called they had like so many ones where you just like don't know what it's gonna taste like. But which just had a really funny name. And yeah, like we once had the like rainbow unicorn one, and essentially it was sort of like a cake type taste, with rainbow sprinkles. And yeah. So that's sort of like, so that's the brand we ordered from. We ordered a bunch of different tastes now. And yeah, like they're, I don't know, they taste actually like pretty, like these proteins of them are like the best tasting ones I had. Genuinely. Like I didn't have another brand where even the like really ridiculous names were actually like really decently tasting. Like they don't taste like really sweet. They don't taste like artificial sweetener all the way. They don't taste like artificial just flavor entirely. They usually taste like really decent on all their different tastes. So we ordered a bunch of them. You will hear from me which one I like, or if it's still that way. Yeah. Hi, Joy Fluid. Welcome, welcome. Oh, true. Yeah. Happy Advent, yeah. Rice pudding according to Google. Ah, I see. Wow. And hi, Naradim. How you doing? Hi, Irfan. Welcome, welcome. Damn, like everybody was coming here when I was talking about protein and trying to look up what taste they had. Oh. Have you ever tried clear whey protein? Clear? What do you mean clear? Like neutral taste? Or do you mean one which is like solvable in water? Yeah, I just find the one which is solvable in water. Yeah, I tried it. I actually had one, I think from ESN. We actually, so we got like like a bunch of like trial packages from like the ESN tests. A lot of them are hella disgusting. I think the clear proteins are also disgusting. The sweetener in them is crazy. So, funny, tomorrow's the day. For you too, by the way? Or do you only mean for me? And GeForce, how are you doing, by the way? Welcome, welcome. The rainbow unicorn to do with mental health? Well, with protein, I guess, and like getting all the nutrients you want or something. Yeah. Peach yogurt. We actually ordered that one. I hope it's gonna be like nice, but we'll see. Why does that taste so chalky? The like clear protein. Yeah, that too. Like, I don't know. But I mean, it's like putting protein in something like water, like a lemonade. It's just hard to do, I think. But yeah, it wouldn't actually need to be that way. Like, a lot of them are actually, I feel like, not that bad if they just wouldn't have as much of sweetener as they do. I feel like, honestly, like, that's the only problem I have with the proteins from like ESN. They just put a bunch of sweetener in them. They're just literally too sweet. And that ruins the entire taste because then you also like really have this like really heavy like sweetener after tasting your mouth, and I can't stand it. I literally can't. So like honestly, like this like the coffee one, even though I don't drink coffee usually, is the only one which is sort of okay because this is not insanely sweet. Like this is regular amount of sweet. But at some point, I literally tried like green tea honey, where I thought like, okay, green tea is bitter, okay? So like they can't like this can't be that sweet, right? Like green tea honey, it's like if you would have green tea honey, it's like yeah, it's a little bit sweet, but like you know, it's still a green tea. No, it was like you couldn't even taste the green tea. It was like all sweetener. Yeah. For you as well. Hmm. You met with the group yesterday. Oh, and you were able to like sort of like set a day with her where she has time and where you can like talk everything out. And that's gonna be tomorrow. Nice pandas. What color is it? She was. I'm doing so, lying on bed, watching Twitch. Hmm. Is it just sort of like does it have to do with any like med changes? Like medicine changes? Or is it just still like the meds you have right now? Because you said they were like so much better, right? But it just has to do with like your mental health. Hmm. Deep bread is nice. Hi, Grumpy. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Is it Thursday yet? It's like, well, what is our intro? Is it Monday or Thursday? So non-epic. My partner also joined the group and she didn't bring the meetup talk this time. I thought she will text me after, but she didn't. Remember I told you that she said she will let me know next week. Yeah. So why is tomorrow the day then? What is happening tomorrow? Grumpy? What? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what did she say? Or did she already like answer you, Irfan, even? Yes, I'm doing better with lower medicines, but I'm still often tired or have lack of energy. But the dosage will be further reduced in the near future. And then sort of we hope this is getting like less and less and less, right? And you get like more energy back. Like that's sort of the plan of the whole thing, right, GeForce? Do you know when the next sort of like step down is coming of the medicine? So when can you like hope for like further progress to? Oh, you have Friday off? Nice. I really, by the way, I still really don't know what to do with the last message, Grumpy, with those post-hump day. Like, are you trying to tell me what you're trying to tell me? Like, is this non-ironic, non-sarcastic? Today's yellow holiday. Oh, jeez, I took so long to understand that. Wow. So you're sick, is what you're trying to say? Because that's the yellow letter? Yeah, okay, okay. I'm with you now. Oh, jeez. No, it's known for Wednesday to be called a hump day. It's a reference to one day before last day of the weekend. Why? Where's the... Huh? I do not understand. Texted her, hey, I just wanted to ask about the meetup we talked about. I know you're busy, and I completely understand that. I just wanted to know if it is still possible to meet. And if not, that's okay too. Just let me know, so I'm not waiting on my side. No pressure at all. Just wanted to know. You're really, really trying to be as sort of polite about this as possible. The effort shows. So I'm glad she's gonna give you a positive answer. So what if she's gonna say like she doesn't have time to meet? Or it's still like gonna take a while? What do you want to do then, Irfan? In Germany, they would say Bergfest for this. What the fuck? Why? Why? I don't understand. I just don't. Can somebody explain this to me? Why do you call Wednesday Bergfest or Hump Day? What does it have to do with it being the second to last day of the week? But why do you call it Hump Day then? Like, what does hump mean? Like, in that context, what does it describe? It's fine, Grumpy. Like, if you have to focus on a meeting, just do. We know IL goes first. I don't expect I will fully recover, that I can do what I would like to do in my life. I'm already happy despite the shortcomings. I just accept. Oh, wait. I need to scroll up. I just accept how it is right now, and any improvements are welcome, with hopefully I stay stable. That's hard. That's tough. I mean, in a weird way, right? A lot of us won't be able to do all of the things we like to do in life. For easier reasons than, or harder reasons, and doesn't really matter too much, right? I think everybody can relate how hard it is to sort of have a vision of how you would like it to be, and then having to sort of adjust that. But one thing is sort of like, I took away from therapy, and it was actually sort of surprising to me, is that finding the next best thing is actually a really common thing in life and a really good thing we do. And we have that with kids, for example. Like, I don't know, like they want something, they're not able to get it, and they might like be disappointed, but if you have a kid which is like actually like really good with like emotional regulation, they just gonna sort of like focus of what they can still do for themselves. Like they won't focus on like what they have lost too much. Like they will sort of like see that and they will be disappointed, but they will sort of like, I guess, like overcome it with focusing on the thing which they can still do, and they can still find happiness. And they can actually come back from that situation happy, like if it worked. Like they could have not been able to get that like thing they wanted, but by sort of focusing on this next best thing, instantly sort of like forgetting and like being over the disappointment of not getting the thing they wanted, and then come back from this to us being entirely happy with the whole situation. And I thought back then, I sort of like, I don't know, I really don't know why, but I really had this mindset that this would be sort of just, I don't know, like gaslighting yourself or something like this. Like I didn't like, I thought like, oh, like this would just like, you just like suppress that emotion and then like got that. And I didn't see it in like a positive light at all, actually. But yeah, this is something where it's like, it's apparently something entirely normal to do at some points in life. And you can find the same happiness with your alternative plans than with your sort of like fast plans, if that gives you sort of any hope. Because that's, I don't know, sort of what it did for me. Like it really gave me hope that, okay, well, I maybe won't be able to have like this and that, like that life which I imagined of like this entirely healthy person with like no mental health problems at all. But the alternative I find myself, and the next best thing I can offer myself, doesn't need to be worse, even if we call it next best thing. Like it can make me just as happy, actually. Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't like this like agreeing to focus on what works instead of what doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't need to be about like, because this can be about suppressing emotions of disappointment from like about what didn't work. But it can really also just be like already being excited for the next thing, if that makes sense. But yeah, I guess it's like a little bit of a like complicated situations because children are like so much quicker with this, right? Like children are like, I really want ice cream, and then they're like, I don't know, like ice cream is going down, they're like, then I want chips. And then they're like, oh my god, I get chips, amazing. And you could literally probably even like ask them like, oh, like did you ever want ice cream, or like even like still get ice cream, and then like, oh, do you also want ice cream? And they would probably sit on the couch with their chips and be like, nah, I'm happy with the chips now, actually. Don't want ice cream anymore. So it's, I don't know, it's really like this story for me is really about how something like not getting what you want can actually be like, I don't know, like such a, I don't know, I feel like since I've been sort of like in teenage years and life has become, I guess, harder, I always thought that disappointment needs to be a very